Last week, I flew to China to present in front of 400 people, and believe it or not, it was my first time ever public speaking. Was I nervous? Of course I was, but it turned out extremely well that afterwards, people were coming up to me and telling me how they learned something from it, how it inspired them. I learned so much from this experience, and I know that you might be doing high school presentations, college presentations, or you simply want to be a good public speaker. So here are the 6 most important things to do in order to be a confident public speaker. Make sure to like, subscribe, and let's start with number 1. You have to know your audience. When I set up my camera and I make a video, the first question I ask myself is, who am I talking to in order to guide the video properly for my audience? So before going to China and presenting, I emailed the conference and I asked them, who is my audience? Who will I be presenting to? And they told me it will be mainly business owners that want to grow on social media and potentially work with you. So because of that, I tailored my presentation to my audience. I made sure that I was sharing information about myself because they might be wanting to work with me, but also providing value on how to grow on social media because they are business owners trying to do the same. And so you need to know your audience and adapt your presentation and your language to that audience. So if you're in a corporate setting, you want to be more professional, show stats, show charts. If your audience is students, make it funny, make it relatable, make it simplified. So the first step is knowing and understanding your audience. The second step is building a connection with that audience, and you do that by telling a story. You want to make your presentation memorable and evoke emotion to your audience, and you do that by storytelling. So with my presentation, for example, before providing value on how to grow on social media, I took the audience through my personal story, how I started and grew through social media, as well as telling them the struggles that I went through. This makes the audience not only more invested in the presentation, but with you as a speaker, because people tend to naturally connect with struggles, successes, and transformations. So show that to your audience through storytelling. You're presenting for a reason. People are there to listen to you and what you have to say. So include a story, whether it's about you or whether it's about the content that you're presenting. And the best way to do this with a presentation is to start your presentation with a storyline and then tie that story to your main message. So with my example, I started by telling them how I started on social media, the struggles I had at first, what made me grow, where I am now, and then I transitioned to, here's what I learned and here's what you can do to apply the same thing. So now when I provide the value to my audience, people are naturally captivated in what I have to say because they're hooked onto the story, and now they'll be hooked on the value that I'll provide them. And a great way to learn a skill is to learn from professionals that are successful within that skill. And that's why I personally use Skillshare to help me with public speaking. Skillshare is the sponsor of this video, but it's also the largest online learning community for creative. It has thousands of classes led by industry experts across film, illustration, design, freelance, productivity, and more. Skillshare can help you take your career, your skills, your side hustles, whatever it is, to the next level. Literally, whatever it is you're looking to develop, there's an expert teaching it and making an in-depth course about that topic. And so with public speaking, for example, when I search it up, there's many experts that break down how to successfully public speak. People that have done TED Talks or spoke on world-class stages. Or if you want to get into video editing, know how to use Notion, get into Photoshop, AI, etc. And so instead of paying thousands of dollars for a course, I got you guys hooked up because with my link, the first 500 people will get Skillshare for free for the first month. So you can get started with my link here. It's going to be at the top of the description down below. There's still 4 more points that are extremely important in order to become a confident public speaker. So getting into number 3, don't follow a script. Instead, have bullet points. Here's why. If you follow a script word by word, you are tied to that script. And so if during your presentation you go offline or you miss a sentence, you will lose your train of thought and blank out in the middle of your presentation. That's one of the biggest fears of public speaking, and I don't want that happening to you. So instead, to make it easier for you as a presenter, but also for the audience to make it more clear, use 3 to 5 bullet points on each slide of your PowerPoint with pictures to show your audience reference of what it is you're talking about. Then simply understand the material of what it is you're talking about. This makes it so that when you're presenting, you know what you're talking about, you know the material, but the bullet points are there to simply guide you or remind you if you do forget something. And this way, there's no script. When I was doing my presentation beforehand, when I was practicing it, each practice I was doing, I would say things differently, but for the most part, it was always the same value that I was providing. It wasn't always said the same way, word by word, because I understood the material and I wasn't following a script. I would always say it in my own way. It came off more natural. I seemed more confident, and it was a lot more clear for the audience to understand. Also, the last thing you want to do is follow a script on your phone and be reading like this, or even worse, have the script on your PowerPoint and have your back to your audience. Understand the material of what it is you're talking about. Have bullet points to remind you, guide you, but also make it more clear for the audience. And trust me, it makes a presentation flow so much better. But it's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. And that's why point number 4 is your tone and your body language. You are the presenter, and so the way you portray yourself matters. I mean, think about it for a second. If you're having a conversation with somebody and you're not maintaining eye contact, you have closed off body language, you're using a lot of filler words like, the person will lose interest in what it is you're saying. However, if you're having a conversation with somebody and you're using body language, you're maintaining eye contact, you're speaking confidently, you're using pauses, you're not using filler words, the person you're talking to will be way more invested in the conversation and what it is you have to say. And so doing a presentation is no different, because you're not talking to an audience, you're talking to each individual within that audience. And that's why when you're doing a presentation, you don't want to refer to you guys. You want to say you, because you're talking to each individual. It's the same thing when I make a video. I'm referring to you and not you guys, because I'm talking to each individual behind their own screen. Also, if you feel like you're losing your train of thought, a good trick is to simply repeat your last line. All this does is simply emphasize the last line you said while also giving you time to regain your train of thought. And be natural, walk around, use your hands, talk, be active, maintain eye contact. And one of the most important tips is number 5, have a giving mentality as opposed to a taking mentality. A lot of people, before public speaking or doing a presentation, they have a taking mentality. They say, I want to have a standing ovation. I want people to like my presentation. I want people to like me. That is a taking mentality. You're going up there to present in order to take something from your audience. The best public speakers don't expect anything from their audience other than to provide and give value. And as a presenter, that is what you are there to do. You're there on that stage or in front of the class or in front of your audience in order to provide value, to give them something. They are listening to you in order to learn something, and you need to give them that. And people are more engaged in you and your presentation when they feel like you are there to genuinely help them. And you remember the first tip I told you, know your audience, and to ask yourself, who am I talking to? Well, for this, you want to ask yourself, what am I giving them? So you ask yourself, who am I talking to? Determine your audience. Then you ask, what am I giving them? And focus on that. Focus on giving your audience value and not there to take anything from them. And that will also help you with point number 6, build an emotional connection with your audience. People will remember how you make them feel more than the specifics of what you said. So you need to get personal and vulnerable and build that emotional connection with your audience. Now, yes, you do this through multiple tips that I mentioned, building a storyline, providing them value, etc. But be open about how you felt. So for example, when I'm doing my storyline and I'm telling them how I started with social media, it took me time, I went through struggles, I went through successes, it worked out, I also need to tell my audience how I felt in that moment. You know, I felt pain, I felt sad, I felt happy. You want to make the audience actually feel how you felt and relate to what it is you're saying. And the best way to also do this is to ask rhetorical questions during your presentation. So after you say something about how you feel, you say, have you guys ever felt this way? Or show of hands, whoever felt this way before. Or after saying a relatable experience, you ask, can anybody relate to this? Just to get in their head and make them think, make them feel what it is you're saying. Before doing my presentation, like I said, I was really nervous, and these are tips that I applied during my presentation which made it successful. So I wanted to make this video for you guys because I know a lot of you guys are going to be doing presentations in high school, during work, in college, etc. Hopefully you gained some sort of value from this. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.